you haven't left town yet, have you? Jolly good. Join me, why don't you, for a scandalously milky saucer of feral leaf tea? I'm the mayor's cat, don't you know? Born and raised on velvets and viands of most exquisite varieties. Max, oh, he's a darling old Tom, isn't he? Paws over tails in love with me, and who can blame him? The feeling's, well, it's rather mutual, actually. But that pet of a puss simply doesn't have a penny to his name. At the risk of sounding as shallow as a spaniel, I can't but admit my love does not come unconditionally. What if we were to have kittens, he and I? They'd jolly well starve, wouldn't they, with an alley cat for a papa? Oh, dear Sam, he's such a good old bean. But he does rather reside at the bottom of the scratching pole, doesn't he? And dear me, one must have at least a mite of standards. But of course, darling, be my guest.
What? Oh, it's you! What news? Maxine? What in heaven's name are you? Oh, you mean the mongrel that's always skulking about the place. I spent months trying to teach that worthless hound how to fetch, and it sat through every lesson looking at me as if I were an idiot. Man's best friend, my eye. I've always been more fond of cats myself.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for.
Torjageta, friend. He has gone. Oh, Dijlazim az Ajtenek, you have saved me. Thank you, my friend, thank you. It is a terror to know someone prays for your demise, but you have undone it. The sun that is your chivalry has dissolved the dew that was Eglandir's hate. May the gods bless your heart and shield your soul from harm.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library? The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. What nonsense. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition, too. Most promising.
Still hasn't been returned. Teleron will have to pay yet another fine.
The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. What nonsense. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition, too. Most promising.
The knight in see-through armor? Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom? Stenteken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things
The
naughty,
Lesser
hasn't
Key
she?
of Sadakandras. What nonsense. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart.
Kajdanor.
The Lesser Key of
still hasn't been
Sadakandras.
returned.
What
Teleron will have to
nonsense.
pay yet another fine.
The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart. This isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The pseudo-monarchy.
Place this book here. A volume of poetry among novels? Rack! What mayhem! Kaj'Dinor. A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Teleron will have to pay yet another fine.
The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart. The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. What nonsense. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. What nonsense. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Kaj'Dinor. A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned.
The Lesser Key
Teleron will
of
have to pay yet another
Sadakandras.
fine.
What nonsense. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart.
Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Rack! What mayhem!
Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Kaj'Dinor. A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Teleron will have to pay yet another
Demonology
fine.
for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Who placed this book here? A volume
No,
of poetry
this isn't the
among novels?
grimoire I'm looking
Rack!
for.
What mayhem!
Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
The knight in see-through armor? Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom?
No, this isn't the
Esmeralda
grimoire
does have
I'm
a
looking
propensity
for.
for all things
The
naughty,
Pseudo-Monarchia
hasn't she?
Daemonum. And the first edition, too. Most promising. The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. What nonsense.
Volume 1, Volume 2.
The Encyclopedia
Where's the
Daemonium.
third one gone?
I know it by heart.
Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
The knight in see-through armor? Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom? Stecken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty,
Demonology
hasn't
for
she?
dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. The Pseudo-Monarchia Daemonum. And the first edition, too. Most promising.
The knight in see-through armor?
Demonology
Princess
for
Buttercup
dumbbells.
with the blushing
Ugh.
bottom?
I need something
Stecken.
more advanced.
Esmeralda does have a propensity
The
for all things
Encyclopedia
naughty, hasn't
Daemonium.
she?
I know it by heart. No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Pseudo-Monarchia Daemonum. And the first edition, too.
Where's the
Most
third
promising.
one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
The Lesser Key of Sadakandras.
Kaj'Dinor.
What
Brief
nonsense.
history of sorcery still hasn't been returned.
The Encyclopedia
Teleron will have to
Daemonium.
pay yet another
I know it
fine.
by heart. technology for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. The Encyclopedia Demonium. I know it by heart.
Where's the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
No, this isn't the grimoire
The
I'm
knight
looking
in
for.
see-through armor. Princess
The
Buttercup
Encyclopedia
with the blushing
Demonium. I know it by heart.
Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she? Hello again, adventurer. I hope you wiped those muddy boots on your way. Oh, he's always been something of a rascal. Calling it for my part. I encouraged him to join the Legion. Even that band of... Oh, I don't even...
Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition, too. Most promising.
Heard any good tales, my friend?
The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom, Steadticken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things Noto's Jagetta, friend.
Daemonum. And the first edition, too. Most promising. Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library? No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library? The Lesser Key of Salakandras. Ugh, what nonsense. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library? Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh, I need something more advanced. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart. No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition, too. Most promising. Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition, too. Most promising. The Lesser Key of Salakandras. Ugh, what nonsense. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library? Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh, I need something more advanced. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart. The Lesser Key of Salakandras. What nonsense. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition, too. Most promising.
Kejdenor. The brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Teleron will have to pay yet another fine.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition, too. Most promising.
A volume of poetry among novels? Murak. Mayhem.
The Lesser Key of Salakandras. What nonsense.
Kejdenor.
The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition, too.
Teleron will have to pay yet
Most
another
promising.
fine. The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with
Demonology
the
for
blushing
dumbbells.
Steadticken.
Ugh, I need
Esmeralda
something
does
more
have a
advanced.
propensity for all things
Is there no
naughty,
new
hasn't
book
she?
to be discovered in this library?
Place this book here. A volume of poetry among novels?
The
Murak.
Lesser Key of
Mayhem.
Salakandras. What nonsense. the Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And a first edition, too. Most promising.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the Northern Cave?
He's on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. Starstone? I've never heard of such a thing. Dear Jake had a mineral collection, yes. As far as I knew, it was one of his pastimes, nothing more. Do you mean to imply he collected something dangerous? Something that may have gotten him into trouble? Oh, this is all too much. Listen, if you're going to accuse me of something, you had better find the evidence to back up your ridiculous claims. Oh, don't put stock in the hastily scribbled words of a lovelorn fool. This letter, it was a show of passion. A poorly worded passion I did not echo in the least. The Duke, he's like a spoiled child. He's not a man. He's not like Septimus.
Legion's greetings. I have been informed about your heroics on the beach. Were that I had been there to so fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of... Steadfast will I guard her. Never will I waver unless absolute proof of Jake's murder is... You claim to possess evidence that implicates Lady Esmeralda in the murder of her husband? Well, let's have it then. There now, she was stringing Ferrol along. Ha! A pampered brat, that Duke, just like she says. Barks worse than his bite, no doubt. He'll be gone from here the instant he can, but I'll still be here, steadfast and by Milady's side. And what questions are those?
Thank the Seven, we've secured the perimeter.
A source hunter? But don't tell me we've got to worry about dark magic on top of it all!
Greetings, Beastorm.
The archaeologist. He knows all about the mysterious burial mounds of Sicil. Never trust a doctor. They're all witches.
Come to see what delectable dish I've crafted from that pesky poultry, have you?
for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite. None of that, you hear?
Join the Stud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. Listen, if you're gonna accuse— Oh, don't put stock in the hastily scribbled words of a lovelorn fool! Assure me, dear Septimus, that you haven't been fighting those awful orcs. I can't bear—
Legion's greetings. So fair, steadfast will I. Jake's murder, you claim to possess evidence. There now, she was stringing... Legion's greetings, Hunter.
Assure me, dear Septimus, that you haven't been fighting those awful orcs. I can't bear to imagine something would happen to you.
Oh, but don't you worry, milady. We Legionnaires are highly trained soldiers who fear neither orc nor demon.
Oh, but what if you were to be ambushed, caught unawares? Oh, catch me, for I might faint.
Salutations, Source Hunter. So I did. The Pact of Volunteers. Many legionnaires. The chances of survival during these sorties are only about one. So good to see you again, Source Hunter. Greetings! These stalls are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite serving the seven. It never ends around here. There's a zombie in my garden, my sheep is missing, an orc ate my baby.
I am on the trail, Source Hunter.
Have you met...
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after. Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after. Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
These stores are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite serving the seven. Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite, serving the seven. Greetings! These stalls are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite, serving this. Greetings! These stalls are for...
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
These stalls are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite, serving the seven. These stalls are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite serving the Seven. Greetings! These stalls are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite serving the Seven. Greetings! These stalls are...
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
These stalls are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite, serving the seven. Greetings! These stalls are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite, serving the seven.
Oh, I could do with a cold drink.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir! No, sir!
Those fools that embarrass a bridge troll get the shining recruits.
Sorry, sir. That's it, troops. Train up while you can. The next orcish strike could land at any moment.
Recruit! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About face! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Ah, the Source Hunter. Oh, joyous hour. What about it? Well, have you found any incriminating evidence against her? If so, let's have it. Like I said, the girl's known to be a flirt. But that sob of a feral doesn't have the mettle to commit murder. And as far as I'm concerned, neither has she. Oh, if you must. Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat, licking God's knows which body parts. Sects, sorcerers. He'll be seeing flying carpets next.
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome. But certainly, what would you like to know? Oh, I am but a wizard, a guardian of man and beast, and indeed I am both. My body, like any other, is bound to temporal decay. But my spirit is a speck of light that shone forth from the eternal sun that is the cosmic soul. My task upon this earth is to protect the heart of nature, the very antithesis of which is the intrigue spun by demons and directors of the dead. Hence my involvement in Siciel. You see, my one desire is to witness a world in which every mother looks around her and purrs with calm contentment, for she knows that her chicks or children, her cubs or calves, will grow up without knowing the meaning of menace, the enfeeblement of fear. To my great regret, none of them purr as yet. Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Or does it surprise you that I enjoy taking a feline guise? Such magic is a gift, Hunter. To tread upon the realm of instinct, even articulate speech, perhaps humanity's greatest asset, cannot give expression to something so inextricably innate. To be out in the night. But of course it's handy to speak in more than meow. Oh, that'll never happen. Granted, a witch could make the polymorph permanent if she'd enchant me in my cat guise, but I'll just have to be careful around witches. I'm my own wizard, you know, and I don't intend to become... By all means. Of course, I hope your investigation fares well. I can but piece together what few morsels fell from the grapevine into a rather disappointing... They say a woman arrived in the King Crab Inn sometime after midnight. She retired to a room on the ground floor where she was soon joined by a man who had been nursing the same cup of wine for hours. I say man and woman because both of them were cloaked and recognized by none. About an hour later, another figure arrived, headed for the same room. Soon after, a terrible commotion erupted and the thundering light of magic was witnessed by the few remaining patrons. It took a while for the landlord to pluck up the courage to enter the mystery room. When finally he did, he found Jake there, dead. How and why he came to be there, no one knows. But I had a good look around the scene of the crime before the Legion barred anyone from entering. The traces of magic I felt were vile. Source, no doubt. I myself have none, even though the rest of the town has already mentally tried and convicted Jake's wife Esmeralda. Now, it may well be established that she is in fact the guilty party. I'm not claiming that I'm certain she's innocent, but let's just say that if I really thought this murder case would be so very easily resolved, I wouldn't have sent for source hunters. It might be a bit late to inspect the body, in that it has already been buried. It may be worth your while to speak to the mortician, though. A chap called Roberts. He has a house by the graveyard. I can't say much more, but that they're madmen. All the more dangerous to us because of their alliance with what should be a natural enemy. You won't see me teaming up with a terrier in a hurry. And what might those be? Those who are raising the dead dwell among us. They simply must be. But even though I've spent many a night leaping from tree to rooftop, watching on as citizens stagger home from the inn or simply burn the midnight oil, I haven't spied a single soul worthy of true suspicion. The enemy is wily. They know us better than we know them, and they've found ways to avoid both detection and distrust. And yet I am somehow convinced that you may succeed where the Legion and I have failed. You have a flair for understatements, Hunter. I'm sure they are but a minor nuisance in the eyes of a born warrior. But to the Legion, they are green-skinned death incarnate. Until they conclude what mischief they intend to see through, or, less likely, they are conclusively defeated, we can but bar the gates and hole up like mice while the cats are on the prowl. Oh, a mere trifle for one with the intellect of a feline and the engineering skills of a human. You basically construct a classic ballista, add a 100% legally obtained self-regenerating source of destructive magic to it, and Bobcat's your uncle.
Now this is valuable.
Do you hear that clinking? I think someone's got keys in their pocket.
Quiet! No talking to these scoundrels, criminal scum!
Rawr! That is, how can I help you, my friend?
I'll thank you to take a step in another direction. This is the Legion treasure room, and you've no business bothering with it. You're not...
Do you hear that clinking? Do you hear that clink?
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
I wouldn't venture too far out of town if I were you. Many legionnaires did so before you. Very few have returned.
Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Warm as dragon's breath! Toasty!
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or have those infernal statues sent another soul flying to his death? Sad story, that. Though if I'm speaking plainly, the sentimental aspect of it all doesn't make much of an impression on an undertaker. I just concern myself with giving the remains a respectable exit from life. We set him to rest in the northern graveyard. What about it? Didn't I just say we gave it a respectable send-off? Why are you giving me the third degree? Now if you don't... So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or have those infernal statues sent another soul flying to his death? That's enough of that now! So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or have those infernal statues sent another soul flying to his death? We'll have none of that, you hear? So, what's the bad? This here's my family business. Yes, there's been a Robert... Sad story, that. I just concern my... What about it? Didn't I just say we gave it a respectable send-off?
Do I seem like the sort of...
Huh. Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. It never ends around here. There's a zombie in my garden. My sheep is missing.
Did someone leave an oven door open?
How can I help you, my friend? And what might those be? By all means. Of course. I hope your investigation fares well. I can't, they say. I seem. It took a while. How and why he came to... I myself have none. Now, it may well be established that it might be a bit late to inspect the body, in that it has already been buried. I can't say much more, but that they're madmen. All the more dangerous to us because of...
You? Again? Yes? Well, have you found any incriminating evidence against her? If so, let's have it. Oh, if you must.
Ah, hello. I suppose it's very tragic news. I won't posture and say that the Chancellor and I were anything near allies, but yes, she and I have a history. That's hardly a secret anymore. I quite doubt it was even a secret from Jake, while he lived. As easy as it would be to pin suspicion, Jake and Esmeralda had no great affection for each other. Which one? I've written Esmeralda. Which one? I've written Esmeralda more works of lyrical mastery than I can count. Ah, hello. Which one? I've written Esmeralda more works of lyrical It's very tragic news. I won't posture. Yes. As easy. Jake and Esmeralda. Which one? I've written.
Tell me.
I think I'll sleep by the fire tonight, once the regulars stagger. Aye, so there's the rub. I am but a stray, and she is the mayor's cat. Oh, I do understand her, I do. She wants a Tom of means, not privation. One who brings home the sardines and the occasional halibut.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once.
Would that I still had my collar. Such a marvel it was, as bejeweled as the night sky with precious stones, said to have once been worn by a far-off Maharaja's best hunting cheater. Like the king of all cats I looked when I wore it. A gift bestowed upon me by a princess whom I had kept company during a long and perilous voyage. A precious band of gemstones, lost as I was tossed around by the waves like a ball in a game of catch. Among the waves it remains, I imagine. Worn perhaps by a crab who fancies himself a Caesar with it. If only I could be the Caesar again, and Maxine my Caesarina.
Do I seem like...
By all means!
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
It's you. Just the person to answer a question that's been knocking around my mind since our first meeting. Now then, you must tell me. What's the best way of getting you to leave me alone on a mo...
You there! Cut it out!
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could...
So, what's the bad news? This here's my family business. Sad story. I just concern... What about it? So, what's the bad news? What about it?
Solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
Where's young Esmeralda these days? She has the softest lap to lay in. Aye, so would that I like the king among the waves it remains, I imagine. One perhaps, but...
Abracazoo Maleficum! Expect rain tonight. Oh, you'll find out. Yes, that is me.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
Abracazoo Maleficum! Expect rain tonight, my friend. Zandalon has willed it so.
Glorious to see you once more, fair friend. I hope you've given go on the path to the right.
Careful now. Your head's growing more swollen. Rawr! That is, how can I help you, my friend?
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I can open this door for anyone who... Ready to have another look?
Hello again. How can I help you?
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever...
Mind if we keep our voices down? That room where it happened, it was rented to a certain woman. Though I regret to say I can't say exactly who. This inn isn't in the... She came heavily cloaked. But I saw one other figure go into the room. I was startled awake by a horrendous By the time I burst in, whoever done it has escaped through Councillor Jake. That poor man, Esmeralda's longest-standing lover, has the audacity. Well, between you and me, things have been rather slow since the,
How gratifying to see you return. You are quickly becoming my fate. No need to worry, Source Hunter. That I am. You wouldn't believe some of the things I have seen. Oh yes, a city besieged by the dead isn't even remotely special to me. All the better that it isn't. For you and for me. Because outlandish events lead to outlandish wares.
This town has seen better days. But despite it all...
About time the council took notice of us. Are you here for the...
holes than a slice of this fine Gorman there.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Made a big change on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Toad, snake, wing of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn.
Rawr! That is, how can I help you, my friend?
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Gorman there.
Bloody undead! Remember above all to stay behind the wall, we tell our children.
Corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter? Well, she certainly possesses a critical eye and an exacting manner when it comes to making difficult medical decisions. I expect she'll be a very successful healer in her own right when the time comes. She is learning from the best, after all. Another family restored, thanks to the healing arts. I'm glad to hear that Stephen will be returning to the comfortable life he's built. Thank you for your help in this matter. Certainly, what would you like to know? The counsellor. Terrible loss, that. Though we were hardly more than acquaintances, I knew him to be a devoted civil servant. From what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy turned violent. The affairs of his wife, Esmeralda, were hardly a secret, you know. I've applied myself to that problem for 2 years and still haven't come a step closer to solving it. I declare it an act of the Almighty's, if I believed in such things. She's gotten hold of us, but she claims to have gotten the relic from a little utter rubbish, I say. But with these... Yes. She's in the other room as we speak. Perhaps you...
Hello again. Terror, that strange reaction you caused. Blue lightning from a healing stone. I've never seen anything like it. And the stone looks different now, too. Like it's devoid of life. I begin to wonder if its magical properties survived your little reaction. I've been studying under I've a passion for this work.
All that digging and there's nothing here.
I give milk. I give wool. And what do I get in return? One way or another, they always try to fleece me. Especially that Evelyn. She's out to get me. I know it.
Moo! Don't disturb Master Theliron now. He's been so busy with his research, the poor dear hasn't had a proper night's sleep in months. Moo! Don't disturb Master Theliron.
Bah! If you think black sheep are weird, try weird sheep.
Well, tuck my tail and call me Bessie. Oh, me and my brother Bull have dragged this here cart all around Sightseal, from dock to graveyard and back again. Speaking of Bull, you ought to say hello to him. He's clairvoyant, you know. Can tell your fortune to the T.
I'm seeing 2 feet approaching me, and here you are. My powers astound even me.
Even smell the sea air over this pot. I can't even smell the sea air over this pot. Plenty of fish in the sea.
I'm Bull, the leading clairvoyant in Sightseal. The 2 feets never bother to ask, but I see all that is and is to be. Of course, most winsome 2 feet, of course. What would you like to know? Why, yes, most wealthy indeed. But you must be vigilant, 2 feet, for I see that your wealth will come by bloody means. Well, that depends, 2 feet, that depends. I see that love has caused you to falter in the past. Yes, falter dearly. You must reconcile your mistakes before you will find true love. Death. Ever the most difficult topic to foretell. I see, oh dear. No. No. Your reading is over. Do you hear? Over.
Curse them rotten greenskins! Ate me parrot, Polly, feathers and all!
I can't even smell the sea air over this rock.
Yes? I have work to do, so please be brief. I thought the old gal...
It's good to be in.
They stay in the water, innit?
Hot to it.
Hey, a nickel!
Come
My
on,
hope dashed and restored, one right after the other. Thanks.
Can't thank you enough for your help.
We stay on the water, innit? For every blowfish in the blue, these are some scallywags. It's good to be employed.
I am on the trail, Source Hunter.
It's
Hey,
good to
a
be
nickel.
employed.
Get to work.
Our hero, through and through.
Can't thank you enough for your help.
It's good to be employed.
It's good to be employed.
Get to work. Nice day on the water, innit?
It's good to be employed.
It's good to be
Get to
employed.
work. It's good to be employed.
Hey, a nickel.
Nice day on the water,
Get
innit?
to work. Nice day on the water, innit?
Nice day on the water, innit?
Nice day on the water, innit? Hot to it.
Hey, a nickel.
Steady, boy. Steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
Can I help you with anything? I thought the old girl's fate was sealed when the orc shaman set his fiery gaze on her sails.
What does it matter? Day labour's more suited to my nature anyhow. Yes, I've work to do, so please be brief.
Is that why we never sailed the Yathook anymore?
Sauce? Here? Inside seal? Bah! Of all the curse... Sauce? Star for what now? No, never heard of it, much less seen it. Check with one of the others, maybe. Speaking of youthful gore, that loot...
Sauce? Here, now that you mention it, I noticed Dietmar, a fellow merchant travelling with us, carrying a sealed box off the ship during the attack. At the time, I figured he was just escaping with his personal effects. But it could well have been that staff you're talking about. Well, sure, I saw him slip off the ship, but I haven't a clue where it could possibly be now. Captain Conrad's the man to ask for such matters.
Is that
Yes, sir. As fine a specimen as one of her stock, sir. That Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let it all within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Sauce, here, was too busy dodging fireballs to notice anything myself. But ask around a bit. Could be one of the other men spied something I didn't. Don't know much about him myself, except that he and Captain have partnered up more than a few times for long journeys. Perhaps one of the other crewmen will be able to tell you more. Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let it all within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst. Ever heard about the time the captain took the judge's...
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicile?
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Youthful Gore anymore?
Name's Conrad. Cargo trader, sea captain, an expert in all things nautical. Folks across Andervale know to give old Conrad a holler when it comes to rare imports and magical items. Aye, that Cecil's worse than a rooster, crowing all around town about matters he ought to know are better kept quiet. Well, if you know about the staff, I suppose you also know it's gone without a trace. For my part, I haven't a clue where it could have gone. Overboard, stolen, or vanished into thin air. Though I'm quite eager to see it return. I've got a reputation to uphold, you know. Wouldn't hurt to ask some of my men. I tried myself, but sailors tend to be a bit tight-lipped when they're afraid of getting one another in some trouble. Seaman's code, you know. Not to rat out a fellow sailor. What? That weasel has it for sure. But I'll tell you this. I didn't speak of that stuff to a soul on board. If he's the one who took it, he must have known it was on the ship before stepping foot on her decks. I'm sure he'll make a run for it, probably by boat. I'd look for him on an out-of-sight beach somewheres. He's probably there now, trying to launch a vessel in private. If he hasn't already escaped, that is.
He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Those orcs must be out of their barbarous minds, launching an attack on a city where a great wizard resides. Though even I must admit they put up a hearty effort.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I'll tell you, the only time I'd consider waging a suicide campaign like that would be if whatever I sought was something worth dying over.
He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget... Sauce, here, don't know much about him myself, except that he and Captain have partnered up more than a few...
Sauce? Well, sure, I saw him slip off the ship, but I haven't a clue where it could possibly be now. Captain Conrad's the...
Speaking of Sauce, here, don't know much about him myself, except that he and... That loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let it all within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Well, we're our orders to guard the bridge, or not.
Ho! The Source Hunter! Nice to see these winds are blowing more than bloody orcs our way. Welcome to Sicil, comrade, and good luck. We Legionnaires are loyal servants to Captain Aureus and the Council of Seven. Been stationed in Sicil for more than a year now, with no end in sight. It's these orcs! Now they have bees in their bonnets about God only knows. We need every hand we can get. That rat-faced shaman of theirs even went to the trouble of launching a fireball at a ship in the harbour to the... It's hard to say. That ship needs attention, and fast, or she's as good as sunk. Got any... Beats me what traitorous madness came over that dog. And whatever the cur's incentive to raise swords along...
Lovely day for a swig. What do you want to know? What do you want to know? Fairly well. Lovely day for a swig and a song, isn't it? What do you want to know? What do you want to...
Punch a papa.
Well...
Just bite your lip, will you, baby?
Fairly well. Lovely day for a swig and a song, isn't it? Fairly well.
Are you playing loudly? Oh, wow!
You smell... If I ever find out who killed Jake, you know who I miss. I came here.
May the seven keep you.
I smell... rotten lamb chops. I smell...
May the seven keep you.
rotten lamb chops. Where are you, Jake? Are you playing without me?
May the seven keep you. Peace be with you, traveller. May your lost loved ones rest in peace.
Oh!
May the seven keep you.
Where are you, Jake? Are you playing...
What trickery is this? That's not Jake.
It's a rotting sheep's corpse. It seems someone snatched Jake's body.
Where are you, Jake? Are you playing without me?
Rest in peace, darling.
Here lies Jacques, the oldest man in Sicil. Get off my grave, you jackanapes. Here lies Kavanagh. Will they have Sicil pie in the afterlife?
That rooster thinks he's such hot stuff.
Rest in peace, darling. May the seven keep you.
Oh!
Here lies Catherine. I know, I was great. Here lies Jared. Shall I come back? Here as lies an enraged spirit. You can kill me, but you'll never kill the dancer inside me.
May the seven keep you.